The Bees, 1978. African killer bees run amok in South America and eventually the US. Big business doesn't want them stopped because they want their special nectar to sell and make money. John Saxon is the scientist who wants to stop them, but there's too many. The big reveal, this is Earth's response to us destroying the planet. Talk about slow and boring. Even the subplot of figuring out how to talk to the bees isn't all that interesting, despite the fact that it should be. The plot has a good message, stop destroying our home, but the story itself is simply just dumb. F. The Changeling, 1980. John Russell, played by George C. Scott, witnesses his wife and daughter killed in a horrible way. When he decides to go back to work, he moves into an old mansion that is haunted. Scott is great in his role as a grieving husband, father, and someone connecting with the mystery of the ghost. It's a classic ghost story that harkens back to haunted house films before it. The movie can be a little slow at times, but add in some scandal about a senator and his father's connection to the ghost, and The Changeling will keep you interested start to finish. A-. The Initiation, 1984. In her second film role, Daphne Zuniga, of Spaceballs fame, plays Kelly. Kelly joins a sorority and is tasked with stealing a security guard's uniform from her father's store. We're made to believe that a man with scars on his face is just randomly killing people, and it's a nice little twist revealing who he is. Then the real killer is revealed, and it just makes zero sense. The acting isn't great, the kills are unimaginative, and the story is overall pretty dumb. Despite this coming out at the height of the slasher genre of horror, this is probably one of the most boring slashers of the 80s. F. Deadbeat at Dawn, 1988. Clearly inspired by the absolute classic The Warriors, two rival gangs battle for supremacy. One guy gets out, but his girlfriend is killed, and he eventually rejoins. Chaos ensues. Director, writer, and star Jim Van Bebber brings the violence in this over-the-top action horror movie. The acting is okay at best, and the story is a bit nonsensical, but the practical effects are pretty top-notch. In the movie's ridiculousness, there's plenty of fun to be had. C-. The Bay, 2012. A found footage film about an outbreak of mutated isopods. The movie brings the real fear of what polluted waters could yield. Well directed by the great Barry Levinson, the man behind Good Morning Vietnam and Rain Man, and features what should have been a star-making performance from Heather Donahue because she is fantastic. The practical effects and CGI are pretty solid too. I feel like the movie doesn't get the credit it deserves in the found footage genre. A. Thank you for watching Fatman Inc. Rapid Fire Horror. Leave a like if you enjoyed and a comment to discuss your thoughts. Make sure to subscribe to see more reviews of horror movies new and old. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.